Welcome to Boys, episode 105.
Holy shit, 105?
Welcome.
We were going to sing some Godsmack to start the night off, and Dylan's going to rate us on our harmonies.
Okay.
But you know what? That's probably not the best idea. We should probably get to these commercials right up front so we can get on with the show.
Commercials up top. BoysPodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. The boys you're listening to at this very moment.
These boys.
These boys, these nuts.
Facebook, Instagram,
These
Twitter.
nuts.
Everywhere you get your social media shit. MySpace?
Sure. Oh, do we have a MySpace?
No, we
should.
We should. And make
What we should do is do a fake MySpace account. And we'll get into the social media thing later. I got a lot to say about it since last week. Since today, since this morning, really. We should get on MySpace. And, you know, it's like music oriented now.
Right.
Yeah.
We should just have a loop of you and I doing the Godsmack harmony for like 10 hours.
Yes.
Our
That's
profile picture can only be like
No, they're all bathroom
top.
selfies.
Yeah, bathroom selfies. Like we all take 3 and then we make it one picture. You know what I'm saying?
I think it should be the boys logo with the Godsmack sun for the O.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's
This
the next
podcast
shirt.
is available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube. Rate, review, subscribe.
Email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Send us some feedback. You'll get some free stickers. Be sure to put your physical address in the bottom of the email. Again, that's boys@boyspodcast.com.
Thanks to our sponsors, Anthem Brewing, anthembrewing.com, proprietors of delicious beers, alcoholic beverages to wet your whistle, especially in this amazing summertime we got coming up. Memorial Day weekend, go to the liquor store, grab yourself a sixer of or a burst stout.
Oh, yeah, that's some good
It's
summertime
really
drinking.
Good summertime drinking.
Yeah.
Or the pills, the power
feel
pills.
hot.
It's a good 3-2. You can have it on the lake and not get busted by those lake cops.
How about a golden one?
Golden one's a great one.
That's a great one for summertime.
Oh, yeah.
Summertime.
Have you guys ever been busted by lake cops?
Yes.
No.
When I was 15, I did.
I had to sink my cooler, bro.
You had to sink your cooler?
Yeah. Well, I had I had
fucked
glass
up.
bottles. You're not supposed to have glass bottles on the lake, too. They were like 8-point beers.
Hold
So
on.
I just-
So were you in your little John boat and you had a cooler and you saw like the cop boat approaching?
Oh, yeah.
Or were you on the beach, on the shore?
Beach on the shore.
Oh,
You
the
just
beach
kinda-
on the shore.
you just
Okay.
kinda-
I
you
love
just
my
kinda-
favorite spot.
Kind of just let it. It's like, you don't really sing. You kind of like sit on it, and the water's muddy as shit. They ain't gonna see below
Oh, wait.
that
So
water.
you were in the water.
kind of on the coast, on the
Okay.
beach line. Yeah,
Okay.
the beach line.
I'm
of the fucking lake.
confused because you said you had to sink your cooler. Now, that's not... The man didn't tell you to do that, right?
No,
You
no,
just
I did.
it.
So I wouldn't get busted with these illegal beverages.
Because I thought
there was also
I
weed
thought
in the cooler.
Right, but I thought he rolled up and
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, I see those glass bottles. You need to sink your
Oh, no,
cooler." And I was
no.
like, "What the fuck?"
Put it down here where people can walk on it.
Yeah,
Like
Look,
that broken glass.
Hey, we don't want any glass in our lake, so why don't you just go ahead and put it in the lake?
Put it in the
anyway?
lake.
Dude, that would be fucked up if the cop, you know, let's say you got pulled over for drinking with, you know, like a bottle of Bacardi, you know, like a bottle of Hennessy, a bottle of Mad Dog 2020.
You're drinking a bottle while driving.
Yeah.
Like not a road cocktail that you made for yourself.
No, like a not like a half empty bottle of Hennessy.
that you're just taking straight swigs from.
Yeah, no, you're chugging it, dude.
Then would be 1972.
See, when I think drinking and driving,
Yeah.
I think of somebody with a beer in or in a brown paper sack, hobo style.
Right.
That's what I imagine somebody getting busted drinking and driving, not driving under the influence.
Those are two different things. You hardly hear of anyone being like, "Yeah, man, I was fucking just pounding Jaeger in my Jeep and I got pulled over." Like, no, you didn't. You pounded Jaegers at the bar. Figured you're okay. You
Right.
got pulled over.
I feel like if you're caught pounding Jaeger in any car, it's Jeep. It's a Jeep Wrangler.
Yeah, it's a Jeep
It's
Wrangler
a Jeep
for
Wrangler
sure.
with no doors.
Yeah, they just see it.
Yeah, no, they see you and you're like, "Gah," and then you
Not even trying to hide it.
Turn around and see a cop just like, really?
Dude,
Really?
imagine you were
Okay.
you crack that bottle of Hennessy, you polish off about half of it. And I'm thinking like the big bottle.
Yeah.
You know, you got about half of it in your gullet, and then you're at a stoplight, and you're in and you look in your rearview mirror,
And there's a cop.
He's just
And but
he's
the
doing this
lights
thing.
the lights aren't on yet.
Yeah, no.
So you're like, oh, maybe he just thinks it was a Coke or something. And then you get past that intersection, and all of a sudden you see like, whip whip.
Yeah, you hear the
Yeah.
fuck.
You're on a Hennessy kick. You know who else loves Hennessy? It's Fat Bison, fatbison.com.
Well, he does, you know. He really
might.
does. He either does or doesn't.
He does now.
Cognac is you either like it or you don't.
Oh, Cognac Steep.
Cognac Steve, prior to Goodwood, you've heard us yak about his dick and his wood.
I have not brought this up in weeks.
You haven't.
Both are great.
I think
Passing the torch.
Both are great.
Lastly, thank you for the donations and the feedback. Everybody means a lot, especially the feedback. Just like to get to hear from everybody and see, if you like what we're doing, or if you don't like what we're doing, and if you don't like it, then don't listen.
Or do.
Hate
listen.
Yeah.
At this point,
If you hate listen, that's fine. You're an idiot. And
at this point in the game, I would take a hate listen.
All listens are good listens.
It's a
you know
listen.
What I mean?
Yeah.
It's a listen. It's a like. It's a number. It's another number on the screen.
That's all we need. Mm-hmm. And really, that's what it all comes down to in life.
Yeah.
Numbers on the screen.
More numbers.
And
numbers.
The more numbers, the better. I've heard there's power in numbers. There's strength in numbers.
There's power balls.
Age ain't nothing but a number.
Mm-hmm.
So many things about numbers.
Let's not.
Again.
Well, that was Aaliyah's record that came out when she was 13. Aaliyah, she was a pop starstress who died when you were probably
Hold on.
Pop starstress?
A pop starstress?
Yeah, she was a female pop starstress.
I like that.
I think gender. I don't think there's a gender. On
this was in 1992, so gender was definitely a thing. So there was girls and boys. I'm not saying everything's cool now. It's great, but she put that record out when she was a teenager, titled "Age Ain't Nothing But a Number." R. Kelly had a song around that same time called "I See Nothing Wrong with a Little Bump and Grind." R. Kelly was in his mid-20s at this point. Mm-hmm. He decides to start fucking Aaliyah.
Oh, okay.
And then he marries her.
Nice.
At 15.
When
really?
Did he pee on people?
This is pre-peeing on people. Okay. Then she died, and then he just started pissing on people.
Oh, well, yeah. The love of your life dies, you piss.
That was all on his Behind the Music, right? That's just exactly it's that quick. It was like 3 minutes.
Behind the Music with Boys.
Yeah. I'm mixing up this with the Chappelle Show skit for some reason. I don't know why.
I always confuse.
History has been blurred.
Well, people talk about that fucking Ignition, the remix to Ignition song. That's so dope. And I'm like, yeah. And every time I sing it, I sing the Chappelle version,
which would be,
"This is the remix edition of a song about pissing."
Yep.
Like,
yeah,
nice.
Every time without fail.
I couldn't even tell you how the original one goes. I don't know.
This is remixed to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen. Mama rolling that body, got every man in here
there's
wishing.
That one, yeah.
So tight. Such a great song.
I heard that song in a YMCA school bus taking us to the Y. I was like, damn, this is raunchy. Probably shouldn't be listening to this. And the driver was like, my bad, guys.
But looking back, it is, in my opinion, at least, one of the top 5 R&B songs of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Especially for its time.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it up there with I Got 5 on it.
Yeah.
That's
so
a
good.
fucking...
I got 5 on
it. There's certain songs that just sound like that. And I love it.
If we're going to go for downer ballad of those, I would say Boyz II Men's End of the Road is definitely on that.
That's good. Yeah.
But the downer. I'll Make Love to You. Would you put that on there?
If I was making a Boyz II Men list, yes.
Well, definitely.
Yeah.
Wait, you'd put the hit on there? Right. You put all the hits.
Their biggest hit.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
For sure.
Real quick, is our pinned tweet on Twitter still about State Question 788, June 26th?
Funny you should ask, because it certainly is.
Okay, cool.
And it's
just
right around the corner.
Right.
Yeah.
It's next month. Next month in 4 days. Right?
That's so
is
crazy
that works?
Popping fresh out the kitchen. Talk about popping fresh. That is. Make sure you are registered to fucking vote, and make sure you know where you're registered to vote. Because my wife just got her a new one in the mail, and they've sent her to a new polling place. So
I've moved.
Check your shit.
I need to
check
that
your shit.
Sure.
Know where you're voting, because we want this shit to pass.
Yes.
I think it will. I hope it will.
Read more about it. Go to our Twitter. It's @tweetsofboys. Pin tweet, like Young Boo Bank said here. Read all about it. There's a link to a great bipartisan website. I don't know if I'm using the right word. Non-biased website.
There you go.
There we go. Read all about it. Make an informed decision. You know what? Let's get this going. Enough with the small talk. Boys, episode 105. Hi.
Hey,
how's it going? Good.
So good.
Let's try that again.
Okay.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man, what's up?
Are we gonna keep the first one too?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it in.
Yeah.
Leave it in.
You get two
leave it in, Harris. God, that sounds rapey.
Dude, no, it doesn't.
No, it was sexual. It very sounds sexual for sure.
I don't want to be that guy, but if you were to R someone, you ain't leaving it in. Dude, now that's the only thing more fucked up than rape is a dude that rapes a guy or girl,
right?
And leaves it in.
We can do it one
Name
more
of the
time
episode,
if you
right?
really want to, and just not.
No. I get what you're saying because you're leaving evidence. You're not going to leave evidence.
That intro, we're leaving it in. Dude, it sounds terrible.
It is. It's a terrible fucking thing.
Yeah,
We
it
live in
is.
our culture society right now. Our culture, rape culture. It's a word people don't like to say.
And I'm not making light of rape. It's a terrible crime against humanity
Horrible.
itself. However, leaving it in, just okay. But hold on. Now that my brain's working here, really thinking about it, perhaps it's left in a lot. I've never really thought about the end of a rape.
How does it? But let's call it Bill Cosby. Ask him how it goes. I think it's fucked up, and it's coming out. You're seeing it happening a lot on social media these days. Like call out, people calling dudes out. Girls are getting called out. Everyone, if you just don't be a shitty person, you won't get called out. It's a sickening thing that it happens. You shouldn't. No one should ever be
Raped.
right, or anything, or touched without being asked. Like, I think we all grew up in a different time. Like back in the day, like a person could come and put their hand on your shoulders, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And
But see, that's where I differ. I beg to differ. Even may I differ? May I please differ? May I differ? I think that those are two way different things.
Yeah.
I don't think if I hugged you at work today.
yeah,
Not me.
No, that was Tommy. I hugged Tommy at work today.
yeah.
You do touch my arm a lot.
I touch everybody at work. I touch everyone at work all the time.
Yeah.
But people like you. That's the difference.
Right.
Yeah.
But even if they didn't,
Right.
there's a difference between hugging someone
Sure.
or putting your hand on somebody's shoulder and leaving it in is all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. For
I
sure.
like what I thought of when we said leaving it in. It's still weird.
What's that?
I don't know. Like, what if someone, like, you have an extremely consensual sex, and then after you come, you just leave it in.
You ever
just
done
leave-
that?
Yep.
Dude, it's fun. It's fun, and because it's kind of just starts to slide out. It's like
As it
Yeah, it's like a
retracts.
snail going back in its shell.
Oh God.
I don't know. Yeah, it's gross. Think about it, or don't.
Two things.
Yeah.
Three things, I guess, come to think of it. I've never drank and drove.
Mhm.
I've never raped anyone. And
Yeah.
I have never left it in. Ever.
out, in and out.
Oh, in and out.
As soon as
Yeah.
it happens, done.
Oh, well, usually right before it happens.
Close up shop.
Yeah.
I've never
I'm a
drank.
sprayer.
Ooh, no, man! I have drank and drove once, ever, and it was fucking dumb. I only drove a block, but it was still really bad. Other than that, never drank and drove.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to amend my previous statement.
Yeah.
I have drank and drove once, but this was the lamest way to do it. There's a
Yeah.
little gas station right here on the corner. Like,
Yeah.
I literally drive through my neighborhood real slow.
Yeah.
I was mowing the yard on one hot summer's day a couple of years ago.
Sure.
And man, I was just like craving like that reward beer we often
There was one in the
reference.
fridge.
I got inside. I was sweaty. This was like dead of summer.
Mhm.
Probably 100 degrees outside. And I'm just exhausted. And man, I was so stoked because I think I thought I had one beer in the fridge.
Right.
Turns out it wasn't there. The beer has gone rogue. And man, I wanted a beer so bad. So I was like, man, fuck it. So I jumped in my car covered in grass, run down to the corner store.
Grass and sweat.
Yeah,
just your
gross.
car
And like
seat.
you smell like gas because anytime I mow, I get gas on my hands. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna smell like gas.
Yeah.
Or your little gas tank's out of gas. You have to go to the gas station and then fill it up. There's always going to be a little bit of spritzel.
And you're
on
dressed like a fool usually.
Well,
Yeah.
the way that Robbie mows his lawn is he actually pours gasoline on it and then lights it.
That's a really
metal.
That's a good maneuver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Burn that bitch.
It's really quick.
So I go to the gas station.
Yeah.
Get a sixer of Anthem. No, can't do that here. Can't get Anthem in the
Not
gas
yet.
station.
Not yet.
Soon enough.
Soon.
See, you vote, things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. And I get back in the car after I get my sixer, and I'm driving home, which is like 30 seconds away.
You just couldn't wait.
I just couldn't wait. I was so thirsty. I was so deserving that I cracked one of the beers and took, a drink of it on the way home.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my big.
But if a cop would have pulled you over, then you would have got busted for an open container.
Big time.
Yeah.
And I would have went to jail looking real weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I mow, I have a certain outfit that I like to wear.
I mean, every dude and gal's lawn mowing garb, you see it when you're driving through a neighborhood and you see people mowing. It's never something you want to be in public wearing or caught with.
God,
you know?
no.
I don't know, man. When we went mowing the other day, I've worn that outfit
Out
all the time. Yeah.
Although I have seen people, there's a dude on my street. He reminds me of like a skinny, like Kyle Kinane, the comedian. So he's like baseball cap, like a trucker hat, kind of a rugged beard, t-shirt, band t-shirt, jeans, cuffed,
Really checking
and
this guy
chucks.
out, man.
No, he was doing that mowing.
Whoa.
I was stuck because I stopped at a stop sign. His house was on the corner. I'm like, wow, man, you're just like, it's like you're about to go to a show. But like, oh, gotta mow the front yard real quick, and then just.
Maybe he's a country artist and he just wanted to smell like fresh cut grass.
Or maybe, maybe he just got the jeans and he needs to rough them up a bit. So I want to mow in them.
That reminds me of old Fat Bison himself. We went to the Converse outlet to get some shoes one summer. This was probably 2001, something like that. And we all go in and we get new Converse All-Stars. And, you know, I keep my shit tight. I keep my stuff nice and clean. So I got these black All-Stars, but immediately popped the black laces in them. Wore them out of the store. Matt gets these like, if my memory serves me correctly, they were like mustard yellow.
Fuck
like a Dijon.
Well, back at that old outlet, it was buy one, get one free.
So you go in half.
Yeah.
You know? And we walk out of the place and he immediately goes out into the grass and just starts like dirtying up his shoes. Like in this dirty grass patch out front. And it just blew my mind. You know, growing up, it was, I mean, we were pretty poor. So I remember my mom like 409ing my shoes.
Yeah, I would do that a lot.
Like the soles.
Yeah.
I still
and the toe,
do it.
the toe of the chucks, yeah.
I still do it to this day. Like if my Nikes or my Adidas get a little grungy, get that 409, a little bit of water on a rag and just like clean up the soles. It just, you know, looks good.
I thought about that when I was working at the store. They had these like shoe wipes, sneaker wipes and shit. And you see them at like every store, like sneaker cleaner. And I know sneaker culture is huge and people like collect shoes and the shit's really expensive. I'm not saying that's because I'm cheap, but it's because like I grew up using household cleaners to clean my shoes. I'm like, I'm not going to pay fucking for some sneaker wipes. Got a bottle of 409 at home. I got 409 in a rag.
And some warm water.
And I'll knock this shit out. And it works every fucking time.
It's great. I think that sneaker cleaner might be one of the most dad things ever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm imagining some bright and shiny New Balance. Like white, plain white.
It's always what's on the cover of the box, too. It's like white New Balances.
Well, it makes sense, though. It's like put the whitest shoe possible, both literally and figuratively, on the can, and the dads are going to go crazy for it.
You know, what I didn't understand, what I don't understand, and what I won't understand about New Balance, all white New Balance, is they have fucking stitched in designs and shit that are still white.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, don't need those.
You're wasting
One,
thread.
They're never going to look cool. Two, those designs are they're doing nothing. And it's all still white. And they're all going to be used to mow lawns.
And turn green. And then you're going to buy the 409. It's a ploy by, Joe New Balance and Johnny 409. They got together.
You just brought up something. Okay, so they're going to be bought to mow lawns. So did New Balance, in a stroke of genius, go, you know what? We're going to sell all white shoes. That way, these dads will know when they're fucked up, and they'll have to come get another pair of white shoes. Yeah, dude. So you're mowing. I'm like, I got to. We have our mowing shoes that once you can't walk them anymore, they start flapping around. You toss them out. Another one gets demoted when you get that new pair of sneakers.
The hierarchy of shoes. And dads do it with the white New Balances because it's a visual representation of these. Because they're not going to. Newest New Balances aren't going to tear up. But they'll get fucked. They'll get green. They're going to get ugly, and they're not your stepping out shoes at that point.
No, you got your
your
blue,
other
you got your Rockports. Your dad Rockports for those.
My dad was that way growing up. He never sported the all white New Balances, but my dad's been a New Balance man for probably the last 20 years.
Really?
Yeah.
But he gets like the country dad ones that are like brown and beige and like navy blue.
Yeah.
Huh.
That colorway. But he does the hierarchy. Shoe, You know, it goes to the outside shoe.
Right.
You know, like he's got a nice pair of New Balances. He keeps nice. He's got his can of cleaner right there. He's ready to go. And then, but one of these days, it's going to rip. It's going to get a stain on it. It's going to get muddy, whatever. Demoted.
Like fucking Flintstones. You're out the front door at night.
Yeah.
You sit outside the front door.
God. Yeah. The outside shoes.
Outside shoes. You leave them outside.
That you know spiders are all in there.
Dude, my outdoor Chucks, I leave them out on the back porch. And every time I go to Milan, I do the where you smack them together, like clack, 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 clack. I'm like, that's not good enough. And then I bang them off the side of the house,
like the monkey shines monkey.
But here's the other thing I do. I will, afraid of my toes being bit, I will stick my hand in there and inspect for a spider.
And you know your toe skin is way more resilient than your pinky skin.
Yeah, and every time I'm like, this is the day. This is the day that fucking Black Widows just hanging out. And it's gonna go.
Yeah, you're offering up your hand.
Yeah. Hey, if you're in there,
I make them clack every time.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a Black Widow like in person?
Oh yeah, they're everywhere.
Man, I've only seen one once, and I don't normally kill spiders. Like even if they're in my house, like I've seen spiders here and I haven't killed them. Like, you know, it's just like I don't like to do it. But I saw a Black Widow outside of my house once, and since it was a Black Widow, I was like, fuck that, nope, and just immediately smash it. It was like the size of a silver dollar.
Dude, and they're straight up evil looking.
Oh,
like
dude,
they're sinewy and pointy and bulby all at the same time.
And they look pretty fucking
and you
cool.
have a red dot on your, like, it's fucking evil.
Yeah.
If you're to tell a kid,
it's a
draw
red
scary
hourglass,
spider,
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fucking metal, dude. Like your time's up.
Yeah, because that's the thing. If you get bit by one of those and you're like, and you don't know or something because you're a moron, you don't have much time before whatever got bit just falls the fuck off.
Yeah, like that, and like fiddlebacks are a big one. Like
fiddlebacks are really bad
Choctaw,
too.
they were really bad.
Oh
out there.
yeah,
and yeah, my dad been bit by a brown recluse. I think 3 or 4 times.
I've been bit. I've been bit by one. I have a scar on my leg where it just like
chunked out, right?
It chunked out, and now I have a brown like scar on one of my legs here.
Dude,
I'm looking at my leg.
I gotta see that.
I'll show you.
I'm not terrified of spiders. I think they're gross. I think they mean you no harm unless you mean them harm. But you're thousands of times larger than them, so you're constantly a threat if you're anywhere near them.
And dude, I'll tell you this about a spider: they're always down to throw down. Like spiders don't run. They'll be like, "What's up, motherfucker?" And they'll like put their front.
Yeah,
I almost said paws. They're pointies.
They're pointies.
Or is it their mouth hands? You know those little like mouth mandibles? Is that what that's called?
Mandibles on the front of their...
Dude, they're like, "What's up?" And they'll like fucking like they're drawing back.
Yeah,
like they're
that's why
fucking
that movie
Ryu or something.
Eight-Legged Freaks was so great. Giant spiders.
I used to catch them when I was little. We had like wolf spiders and stuff like that.
Now, are you talking those like big yard daddies that are yellow and black?
Now, see, those are friendlies.
No,
those are beautiful. That's what they tell you. They're friendlies.
It's a friendly
just
spider.
Wolf spiders. They like jump around, and I always thought that it was like so neat. So I would like
jumping spiders.
Yeah, when
Barking
I was
spiders.
younger, we used to have those mason jars like we have here, and I just get one of those and pop a couple, and then like fill it full of grass and sticks and stuff like that, and put a little water in there. I don't know why, and then I'd catch a spider and just boop, keep him in there.
Did you poke a hole in the top of the lid?
Always, yeah.
Okay, when I was a kid, I loved finding animals and bugs and stuff and like putting them in boxes. I'm like, "Hey mom, I found this turtle. I'm leaving a box."
Classic box turtle, man.
But I wasn't smart, so I didn't know they gotta breathe, motherfuckers. And then they would all die.
Dude, you take a spider.
Did you kill?
Good handful. Good handful of turtle.
Dude, you take a spider or like a katydid or a praying mantis or a walking stick. Remember the classic walking stick of our youth?
Yeah.
You put that in a mason jar, even with a hole or two, you're putting it in a fucking oven. And of course, you're leaving that shit on your front porch. Or
right next to the mowing shoes.
Dude, in the sun, cooking in a glass jar of death.
Yeah, and to you, you're kidding, like, I love animals. And this fucking, praying mantis, the stick bug or whatever, it's just, they're going, fucking get me the fuck out of here.
Life is so close.
I can see through this jar.
Yeah.
I see it, but I just can't touch it.
Most spiders, though, I mean, they can squeeze out of those little holes I don't ever remember, like, catching a spider and then, like, 2 days later finding it just dead. Like, it was mostly just, like, I thought I turned this off. I thought it was just.
Hey, Dylan got a new phone.
Sorry.
Oh, you got a new phone?
Dylan joined the ranks. He got an Apple phone.
Apple boy.
Mm-hmm.
Apple boy.
Can that be his new nickname?
No.
Little Apple Boy.
Little Apple boy.
I'm Robbie. I'm Josh.
Oh, I'm Jack.
I'm
Little Apple boy.
Just say it once and we'll move on.
I'm Little Apple Boy.
All right. Yay! Isolate it.
Nice.
So back to the bugs. Man, catching bugs.
Okay. This is like one of the most fucked up things I've ever done to nature, I'm sure.
Fuck it.
So
Be born.
Wow.
Oh shit, dude, that's a burn.
So when I was younger, I used to go to the stay camp, like this daycare after school and stuff like that. One time, this kid caught a praying mantis, this fucking monster, dude. I feel like he was like huge. He was probably tiny because I was like had little baby hands, and so I caught some worms, and we were like, let's make them fight.
Hold on. Worm fighting?
You're trying to like UFC 1 these fucking.
So I put
worm weight
worms. I put one worm in the container with this praying mantis, and everyone's like, "Oh, the praying mantis obviously is going to kill this worm." No. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. This worm wrapped itself around the praying mantis'
got him
neck.
a pretty sick arm bar, rear naked choke, took him down.
He did totally choke out and kill the praying mantis.
That's
it cut
dope.
him in half, but it was like, dude, it was gnarly.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It was super cool.
You're like the Pokemon of bugs. You know, you're like you're Ash Ketchum.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a buddy who had like a lot of pets? What would you say? Pets that live in aquariums, like lizards or hamsters, reptiles and rodents.
Okay. Yes.
I had a buddy who had lizards and snakes, and I didn't know. I mean, I knew they ate other animals.
Yeah.
But I was there for a feeding once, and they put a mouse in there. I'm like, what's that mouse in there for?
It's his friend.
Like it's to feed him. I'm like, but it's alive. And then I saw this fucking snake just go, hey, what's up? And just, I'm like, oh my God.
The first time you see that growing up is a jarring experience that you can never unsee. It's not even that gross. Like, it's not really bloody.
No, he swallows that shit whole most of the time.
Even worse. Like, you see a lion lift its head up from a gazelle and it's got blood on its mouth and it looks majestic and there's something beautiful and primal about that. But to see a snake just go, whoop,
he's not enjoying the meal.
No.
He doesn't even taste it.
He's just like, fuck you.
Yo,
I'm going to shit you out in 2 seconds.
Yeah, you are nutrients and that is it. You know what? I'm going to chill on this rock for 4 days digesting you.
Hey,
It's so dope.
I'm going to eat your fucking bones.
Yeah,
I'm going to eat your brain.
We've all seen that video of that giant snake that ate a deer.
Dude, I saw that the other day.
Oh, that's fucked up.
It blew my mind.
There was one in India where a dude ate, it was eaten by a dude. A snake was eaten by a dude.
Wait,
weird.
The dude ate the snake that ate the deer, and he was like huge, like massive.
No, the snake ate a dude, and they had to cut this dude out of the snake.
Alive?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking metal.
That's
how I want to go.
You're right up there with Jonah at that point.
Yeah,
like
in the whale.
Yeah, there's only a few people that have been eaten and lived to tell about it.
Geppetto and Jonah.
And what was this guy's name? Snake guy?
Snake guy.
Okay, yeah, Snakey.
Harold.
Harold Snakey.
Yeah.
He got eaten and he got saved. That's amazing. I'm still transfixed on this bug fighting. Okay. I never
played that Nintendo 64 game, Bug Fight.
Bug Fighter 64.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. But it sounds amazing. I caught my share of bugs. We had a lot of horny toads.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love catching horny toads.
They bleed from their eyes. Also metal.
That's pretty super.
Yeah, dude.
Metal.
The animal kingdom is fucking pretty brutal.
Look at
metal.
I'm so glad that we're destroying it.
Look at a wasp. That's metal. Look at a wasp.
Black and yellow, man.
No, that classic brown, evil-looking wasp.
Yeah. You're a human, right? Like you are at the tippy top, and you see a wasp, and everyone's like, ah, like everybody, and it's
run,
dude. You can just literally like
again
clap.
You can,
dead.
you can.
You could punch it.
That little thing can kill you by doing the simplest of things, just by going.
Yeah.
And
if you're allergic.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool. I could die from this.
Yeah.
Great.
Dude, one time, oh shit. When I was little, like I lived with my grandparents and my little brothers lived with my mom and dad. And I would go over there all the time or they would come to my house. And one time we went over there and we were playing football, just like tossing the football around. And like one day we were doing this, I catch the football and at the same time step on a hornet's nest that's buried underground, because some of them do that. I step on this hornet's nest and I just hear like, and we were just like, run! And
like a fucking Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Dude, it was terrifying. Like, I could have been slayed by those hornets. And I remember it more cartoony than it was. There was a fuckload of hornets, but how I like to remember it is we ran
the swarm that
house.
made like a hammer in midair. Like,
what I picture is we're running and it's just like tailing us, and we open up the screen door and then close it, and they all just smash onto the
hundreds of them.
Or they
just like
swarm
that.
around the house and like envelop it.
Yeah.
Just sting through the walls.
See, every time I hear about like some people being chased by swarming, flying death killers, like bees and wasps and hornets and all that shit, mud daubers, is the run and then you jump into a body of water.
Right. The only way. And then they float around, they go, and then they fly off.
Yeah, but they don't. They'll wait for you to come out and then they'll sing the shit out of you.
That's so Oklahoma, a dirt dauber.
Dirt dauber.
That is dude, if I was in like a stoner rock band, like the next one would be called Dirt Dauber.
Like a red dirt.
Yeah, it's like on the countryside. Yeah. It's like riff rock, like early ZZ Top or something.
Yeah,
that's also the name of a fucking dad band, the Dirt Daubers. Robbie and the Dirt Daubers.
Fuck yes, that is so perfect.
Dude. All right, back here on drums, we got Little Apple Boy.
Oh wow!
After tonight, it's over.
Okay,
I promise. I caught bugs. I never caught snakes. Never fucked with snakes.
Fuck with snakes. I don't know. To this day, if it was life or death, hey, you got to grab that snake or you're gonna fucking die. I would have no idea how to grab that fucking snake.
Hey, Josh, do me a favor. Pick up that snake.
No, thank you.
No thanks.
0 out of 100 times would I say okay.
My buddy who had all the rodents and shit, Brandon, hey, if you're listening, there would be snakes in his yard. Like, hey, there's a snake next to you. Grab it. I'm like, fuck that, no. And I would shit my pants. And he used to come and just grab it.
Literally?
I think one time I did shit my pants because it was a fucking rattlesnake in the coiled up position.
Like, hold on, in the don't tread on me position.
Yeah, don't tread on me position. I'm like, He's like, don't move, just grab it. I'm like, how? Just grab it? It's in strike pose.
Those two statements also don't make sense.
Yeah, right.
Don't move,
but grab it.
I got it. Solid. Grab it. Nope. I'm sticking with option 1. Don't move.
Don't move.
With what? My mind?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I'm not gonna just grab its face with my hand. Like, no.
I feel like they tell you opposing things to do with different animals, and it was hard as a kid to like try to remember it all. Like, because as a kid you're worried about bears and snakes and mountain lions and fucking quicksand and all this shit. And it's like, okay, so do you stand still for a bear or do you yell at it? Like,
do you make yourself really big?
Yeah. Or do I cower in a fetal position? Which one is it?
Wait, that's for a snake. No, I don't remember.
Yeah, which one is it? So like dogs, like
depending on the snake, you don't want to cower in fear because then it eats you in one bite.
That's because now you're on the ground.
Yeah,
like you made this shit so much easier for me.
Now you're just a human buffet.
You're making yourself food.
Yeah,
you're like, that's it.
You know what?
It's like,
you know
what?
I'm done. I'm good. And then you just lay down, and then that snake's like, oh, cool, and then swallows you.
Oh, you're down. You're swallowed.
Yeah, you're done.
Well, so like the dogs, like I had a huge fear of dogs when I was a kid because in our neighborhood it was the 90s, and I think we agreed that the dog of the 90s to be afraid of was the German Shepherd, right?
Okay, we have some contenders here. I think German Shepherd's up there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Rottweiler. Okay,
is the Rottweiler the brown and black one?
Yeah, big, beefy, no tail, cute as hell.
Yeah,
but
super
evil.
Cute.
Here's a 90s one for you.
Always with the chain around its neck.
Dude, the choke chain. Mm-hmm. Doberman Pinscher.
The Doberman Pinschers were scary
90s.
as fuck. 90s, but they're tiny. But they will fuck you up if they catch you.
They're mean. And is that what Snoop Dogg turned into?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But I remember riding my bike around the neighborhood as a kid, and I knew there was the yard. There's one of each in the neighborhood, and I knew I had to go down the street to go to my buddy's house, and I hope that dog isn't out. Because they don't leave it on the chain. It's chucked. Your dog runs around and it comes home when it comes home.
Yeah, just let it go.
Just let it go. It'll come back.
Oh, my God. Anytime I see a dog not on a chain in the neighborhood, I hate it. I'm just like, well, I guess I'm going inside now because I don't fucking want to be chased by a Doberman Pinscher.
Well, it's the same thing with like you see a snake, you see anything that can harm you. If it's the size of a dog, you're fucked, and it's gonna run faster than you.
Yeah,
you know.
I just like what's funny is where we would be scared of like a big dog,
right?
Somebody else would be like, nope, it's fine. I'll just punch it in the face or something.
Yeah, okay. That's the thing. How do you get? That's what I was talking about. Like, how do you evade being attacked?
That's what I heard as a kid, though. I remember saying, if a dog ever, this is from my dad, if a dog ever bears down on you, I was like, wait, the bear or the dog? But if they bite you real hard, push your arm. Like, imagine if it bit you right here in the arm, like your forearm, front of your forearm. Push it into its mouth. That's what my dad said, and I'm like, are you trying to kill me, Dad? Are you
No,
eat me?
The thing he wants, just give him more of that thing he wants.
Well, supposedly, if a dog, like, because a lot of those dogs have lockjaw,
right?
Like pit bulls have lockjaw. When they lock on something, it's almost like an alligator. Like they won't let up until they're not tense anymore.
Right.
That's one allegedly. This is all myths from being a kid and being scared of pit bulls or whatever.
Dad myths, yeah.
But my dad said, like, if a dog bites your arm, push your arm into it because it'll actually open up its jaw.
Weird.
Yeah, it makes sense, like, theoretically.
Yeah, in a way.
But I'm not, that's the last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to pull my arm away.
It's probably letting go. It can probably unhinge it because the dog's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you putting
I can't
in my
fucking
mouth?
breathe.
Like,
This is a mind fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
in all my 7 years of being a dog, never had this happen. This is
never had someone punch my tonsils. Like,
I've got a lot to think about today.
Of all the kids I've bitten, this is weird.
Yeah, this is super weird. Well, I told you guys recently about the time I got chased by 2 bull mastiffs, right? We talked about that.
Those
on
are
the
big
podcast.
dogs.
Yeah. It was scary as fuck. Terrifying. Don't like big dogs.
Were you on a bicycle?
No, I was on foot.
Oh, that's even the worst because if you trip, it's
I
like a
ran
scary
to
movie.
a neighbor's house.
No.
I ran to, not a neighbor's house, a stranger's house. I was in a different neighborhood. I was walking to a friend's house, and this dog bit the ass end of my pants, bit my pocket.
Oh,
and I'm
getting any meat?
I'm banging on the door, and I'm just like, help! And then this old lady comes out, lets me come inside, and then her husband walks out.
Did you leave it in?
Okay. Her husband walks out and just yells at these 2 demon dogs. He's just like, hey! And then they were like, "Rrr!" And then he hands me, he was like, come here, I'm going to give you something. I was like, okay. I walked to his truck, and he pulls out this 1/4-inch lead pipe and hands it to me. And he's just like, they come back, just hit him in the face with it once, and I swear they'll leave you alone forever.
Abuse these animals.
No.
Beat my dog.
At that point, fuck that. No, if they came back, I'll kill that motherfucking dog, dude. You try to bite me? Nah, lead pipe to the face.
Yeah, I love animals,
I
but if
wouldn't
I
feel
was
bad about it
attacked
at
by
all.
if I was attacked by a cat, I would kill it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would smash its head into the ground, pulverize its brain,
That's
and
just-
drink from its spinal
Yeah,
column.
because that's them stepping out of their fucking evolutionary line.
It's like
at
that
point.
spider.
You're gonna bite my hand, cat. I can literally just
Habitual
grab your
line
head
steppers.
and just
Dude.
corkscrew, dude.
I will end you,
Yeah.
Fluffy.
No, think about it. Anytime
Exactly.
you pet your dog or your
Dude.
cat, just like petting it, and you're like, it would be super easy for me to just make you not alive anymore.
You ever thought that about a person?
Babies?
All the
Holding a
time.
baby? Like,
All the time.
it would be so easy if I just
Babies.
dropped you right
All
now.
I have to do is go.
Whoops.
Yeah. I just have to move my hand.
Yeah.
Really,
basically.
you just have to. It's as easy as just like shrugging. Like if someone was like, "Hey, do you know what the capital of whatever state is?" and you're like, "Nah." It's that motion
Yeah.
to slay a child.
I don't know.
Here's it's the I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know.
It's that emoji.
so weird,
Yeah.
but-
That guy's killing a baby.
Yeah.
And every,
Mhm.
if you're still here, thank your parents for not murdering you. Because I'm sure there were times where they all thought, because you always have to like, don't shake a baby. And you're like, you have to have PSAs about shaking babies, and then you get around one for long. You're like, I could totally get why some uneducated asshole would shake a baby.
Yeah. Or sometimes you just think to yourself, I'm going to shake that kid. I'm just going to shake it and go, I didn't know. I forgot.
Like I'm making a fucking martini. Just
Oh
like,
my God. Hold it over the head and smile.
Can I get this baby shaken, not stirred, please?
You really got to sell that baby killing, you know?
oh boy.
That's
Yeah.
terrible. No, but
very
all joking aside, this is
Sure.
what we do here. We joke.
So why don't any of us have kids?
I shook them all.
I shook every kid I ever saw.
Never met a kid I didn't shake. No, but going back to that episode we talked about when I was watching Elliot for the first time, my wonderful little nephew, I would be lying if the term shake a baby didn't cross my mind in a way of like your point. Like, I could see why some like methed out person or somebody that was just fucking crazy might shake a child to death. Not like I would ever.
They cry
obviously.
and they can't communicate with you. They cry and you don't know why they're crying. You do everything. Like, I changed you. I fed you. You won't go to sleep. What do you want? What do you want, child?
Imagine an old mother, who
she lives in a shoe. She has so many of these babies. She didn't know what to do.
She knew what to do.
Shake the fuck out of them.
No, but imagine a young mother, an old mother, or some mother, like rollers in her hair that are all crazy. She's smoking a long cigarette.
Oh yeah,
and a pink moo with all these children.
Yeah,
and she's just like, she just wants to shake that baby.
Help me.
Yeah, like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some depraved shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happens a lot, though.
So back to this animal thing, okay?
Okay.
The pinnacle of your bug fighting or your leaving it in or whatever was the day I caught a rabbit.
You caught a rabbit?
I caught a cute little brown bunny.
I chased many a rabbit in my day. Never could catch one. My chubby little ass face planted so hard on so many backyards and so many forested wooded areas.
No.
Never caught one.
Didn't even chase.
What?
Came to you?
Dude, this is going to sound like such bullshit, but...
What are you, fucking Nature Man?
I tried this.
That popular character, Nature Man, of course.
Yeah, Robbie Nature Man Harris.
Nature Man... They call me Nature Man.
Oh, okay.
Nature Man 64?
Yeah, Nature Man 64.
Well, it's Ric Flair grown up.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. Factually, yes. I set up, and this is gonna sound like bullshit, but I set up a box with a stick.
You did not.
And a rope attached to that stick with some carrots on the ground.
Oh, you
What? No, okay. Let me make it very clear. I worked on this for weeks.
Yeah.
There was a family of bunnies in our backyard.
Goldberg contraption, yeah.
Yeah. I set this contraption up because I saw it on Looney Tunes.
Sure, it's gotta work.
So I did it. I tried different things. First, I just tried like a stick, like to lure the bunny, which bunnies don't eat sticks.
No, they don't.
They eat carrots.
Yeah, no, they don't play fetch.
Well, we didn't have carrots in the house.
Okay.
The Harrises are a carrotless, carrot-free house. Always have been, always will be.
Do not bring a carrot around these parts. You brought a carrot into my house?
Get the hell out of my house!
Get shaken.
Your dad's Yosemite Sam for some reason. God nabbit, what in tarnation is this an orange tube of death? Is this baby carrots?
He's just shaking them.
No. And then you turn into Elmer Fudd because you're trying to catch a rabbit using straight up stereotypes about rabbits. Oh, rabbits like carrots. And then turns out, enough to get caught by a child with a box and a string.
So you're using the scientific method of problem solving. You're trying different methods.
Yes.
And finally, one worked.
One day, I got served some carrots in the cafeteria.
You pocketed them bitches.
I keistered the carrots, actually. No, I did. I put them...
I put a rubber band around all of them, and I just left them in there.
I feel like...
I thought about just like going bloop, 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 one by one, and then you're
loading a gun.
You a fucking Pez dispenser out of your asshole?
And then you come home, you waddle over to the box, and you just go bloop, 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 and draw shit the carrots. Because the rabbit will not eat a shitted carrot.
No.
It has to be a clean carrot.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I put the carrots in a Ziploc bag. I borrowed a Ziploc bag from a friend who brought their lunch.
Right.
And I put the baby carrots in a Ziploc bag and kept them in my pocket the rest of the day at school.
You wanted that
I'm
rabbit.
catching that fucking rabbit.
I was on a mission.
Yeah.
I was a boy on a mission.
Yeah.
And god damn it, it worked.
So how old were you when you peaked?
At which part?
When you caught the rabbit, how old were you?
Probably... Gosh, I was probably 7.
Okay.
7 or 8.
Young adventurer.
Yeah.
So you see it goes under the box, and you go, yes, and you pull the rope, and it goes clunk, just like in the TV show and the cartoons and all that shit.
Just like I've seen
And
it.
now, did he try to start running, and the box starts hopping around the ground?
No.
Okay.
But he did ricochet inside the box many times. Because imagine this baby bunny that was probably no bigger than the palm of your adult hand.
Right.
Was probably like, what the fuck? Like, literally the sky is falling.
Yeah.
It's pitch black.
Turned completely black, made a terrible sound, probably.
You've scarred that rabbit.
Yeah. So I do that thing. I'm over imagine just me, a little Robbie in the bush.
Yeah.
I'm in the bush. I got my string in my hand.
You got green paint on your face. You just watched Rambo. You got a bandana on it's your dad's. It smells terrible.
Yeah.
And you're just like the cut off shirt.
I borrowed my dad's lawn mowing clothes, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then I army crawl over to the box,
Right.
And I'm so excited. This seriously took me days, if not weeks, to get to this point.
Did you use rope, fishing string as your rope?
It was that like orange plasticky rope that's very thin that you like to tie down stuff with.
So
like nylon rope or something?
Yeah, some nylon
The
rope.
box, was it a cardboard box or was it a
It was a cardboard box.
Milk crate.
It was actually an Avon box because my grandma used to sell Avon, and when she would get her shipment in to fulfill her customers' orders, they would always come in the same box. It was probably 24 inches by 18 inches.
So this bunny had plenty of room to run around.
This bunny had some room. It used all the room and then some. So I go over to there and I'm like, fuck yes. But then I'd lift the box and the rabbit just runs off.
Yeah.
I didn't have the foresight to like, okay, how am I going to get this rabbit out? How am I going to really trap this
You
thing?
slide a plate underneath it.
Flip it over. You know what I should have done?
Mm-hmm.
I should have did it on top of a blanket.
Yes.
Then I could just wrapped it up like a hobo bag on a stick.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, I think Elmer Fudd did that shit in Looney Tunes.
See, I missed a crucial element.
And you just spin it and you toss it over the old shoulder.
You got like fists and feet coming out of it.
Like it's a baby bunny. Yeah. I'm imagining like 5 years later, that rabbit's grown up and it's like smoking a cigarette by the chain link fence, and other bunnies are like, hey, don't go hunting carrots, kids.
Yeah.
Why? Tell you about this time the sky fell on me. And he like tells the story, like paints this like dark picture.
I imagine him looking like Lieutenant Dan, though,
Yeah.
of the bunny world. Like he lost a leg because it got wrapped in the twine.
Yeah, his hair is just mangled and just he's not an
He's got
attractive rabbit.
Army
anymore.
jacket on. And like
Well, he's already smoking cigarettes. He might as well.
bottle of Hennessy between his little bunny legs, his little amputated bunny legs.
Oh, that's great. And he
Man.
ran away.
He
got away.
straight back into the woods. I was heartbroken.
But you
boy
did
who
it.
lost his bunny. I did, and that was the thing.
Yeah.
The beauty was in the hunt.
Sure.
What was I gonna do with the baby bunny? I killed turtle. You're killing turtles left and right over here.
I'm not meaning to.
I just wanted to catch it, and I did for a moment, for just a moment, and I think that's where I really hit my peak, so to speak.
I had one of those moments as an adult. A few months back at work, driving back from the old coffee shop, and there's a giant fucking turtle in the middle of the road. Like this thing is, it'd be at the fucking zoo. This thing was
How wide is this turtle?
about yay wide.
Like 2 feet?
Yeah,
That's
it
a
was-
big.
Dude, it
Wait,
was huge.
That's like 3 feet.
It didn't have like a red bandana on its head. It had
And
holding a couple of
had-
size, did it?
And it had a couple of size and an R on its belly. No, it was big. It was a big fucking it was a snapping turtle, like a giant snapping turtle. There's a pond over there, so I'm like, oh my god, I got to get it out of the road. I got to help this animal. And then that thing came into my head of like, okay, how do I grab it without getting bit? I know someone told me a long time ago how to pick up a turtle, and I'm picking it up all
grab it
wrong
by the
and shit.
sides, just hoist it
Yeah,
up.
but it's got one of those long necks, so it like comes back and like tries to get you. So
Well,
I
then you
got it,
stomp its fucking head.
and I put
Or just leave it in the road.
and I put it on the side of the road that it was going, and then I walked back to my car. I'm like, 10-year-old me would have thrown that in the fucking car,
Oh,
put it in a box,
yeah,
and let
dude.
it die. like not poke holes in a box at all.
Let it die.
Hey mom, do we have like a refrigerator box or something?
You just leave it in the car. Like you'd leave it in the car and you'd go to Walmart.
Yeah.
And you'd come out and you'd have a fucking dead turtle on your hands.
Dead gigantic
big
turtle.
They got
dead
a
turtle.
really cool fruit bowl.
Yeah, ashtray. It's the giant ashtray.
Man. So that reminds me of like going fishing with my dad when I was young. You know, we'd go out in the bank. It was a beautiful pond out of my uncle's house. He had like several ponds out
Fishing
in the middle
ponds,
of Atoka. These beautiful stocked fishing ponds, you know. You got your cattails on one side. You got a little dock on the other side. You go out there in your little John boat and you're just fishing. You know, you're just, and you're really just there to fish. You know why? Because my dad would always tell me to throw it back.
Always throw it back.
Leave it in.
But
leave it in.
The same way you tortured that poor little bunny. You catch a fish. It's fish just mind its own business, swimming around going, "Hi, this is cool. This is cool. Oh, cool, worm or something to eat." Snap, click. Oh my god! And then he gets picked up and he's just hanging by its mouth like, "Fuck, fuck, fuck, fuck!" And then it can't breathe. And your dad's like, "Take a picture with it." And it's like, "Oh shit!" And then they pull the hook out, and then you throw him back in the water. He's like, "Oh god damn it! What the fuck was that?" Do not eat the worms, guys.
There's so many fish in all the lakes that are just have PTSD.
Yeah, it's like with like and they have like heels over. It's like a scar on their fucking side of their face.
Heard he's been caught 3 times. He's like a pierced fish.
like
You're
the
piercing
bruiser.
fish.
Yeah.
That's mean. Like, I just caught a bunny in a box. I didn't try to pierce its ear.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't bury a hook in its lungs.
Yeah,
you know,
like
like when the fish really goes for it,
Yeah.
and you have to dig that shit out with like a Leatherman.
Yeah.
Because it's deep in the gills, dude.
Yeah.
That's at that point, I just fucking cut the bait and just leave it on the shore. It's gonna die anyways. Right?
Let it die. I'd let it go back to the water. Let it die from whence it came.
It's like if somebody ran up to you and just gave you a fucking like cheek piercing and
No,
then just like
no,
ran
it's-
away from.
No, it is somebody. No, it's somebody coming up to you and taking a
Harpooning
fucking
you.
dagger and just jabbing it right in your side, and then taking a picture with you, and then fucking leaving.
You're bleeding out. You're taking your final breath as like somebody's trying to get the light just right in the selfie.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta hold on, dude. Can you stop hitting me and turn fucking portrait mode on, you idiot? Click. All right, later, nerd.
Push him down and walk away. Like, why did you do that?
That one was blurry. Can we get another one? You're just like,
I'm dying.
you're choking on blood.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of catch and release with a fish.
But when I went fishing with my dad, I think I mentioned this on the show after I got back, but dude, it was a beautiful thing to go fishing with my father. Like 15 years since we had done something like this. It was so funny, dude, because we went fishing. We went to several ponds. And dude, my dad was having the worst luck. Like, would catch a little bait. A little bait.
Crappie. Carp crappie, is that what they're called?
Dude, they call me Robbie Reel It In because
my God.
I was the bass master.
Were you?
The bastard.
Dude, I was slaying fish. I think I caught 9 in one day. Like 9 in one spot.
Whoa, so you destroyed 9 lives that day. You destroyed 9 fish lives. You just catch them and throw them back in like fucked up.
I traumatized. Okay, it was 8 fish because I caught 1 twice in a row. Like, that's really when the fish is beyond repair. Is you throw it back, you wait a second, you cast, and you catch the dumb motherfucker again.
At that point, it deserves death. Yeah, just like, dude, you're just dumb.
Cut your bait, throw it on the bank.
Which is how we should treat people.
Like, okay. Yeah. It's like, meth heads who are just like, "Oh, no, this is killing me, but hey, I really like it. I get really high and it's fun. Oh, man, it's fucking, I hate it. Oh, hey, crack."
Dude, crack and meth must be fucking awesome.
Gotta be.
It's gotta be amazing.
Yeah. Heroin, same thing. Heroin's got to be the best feeling on earth.
Never fucked with it.
Me neither.
But I could imagine. I've heard people talk about their experience on heroin, and I've never heard somebody say, "Oh, dude, it fucking sucked, and I just had to do it again immediately, or the next day, or a few hours later."
Yeah. It sucked so bad I did it for 20 more years and wrecked my life.
At 27.
It sucked so bad I came when I took it.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard
what?
people say that heroin was so, like, the feeling they got from shooting heroin was so intense that it made them come.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can also do that by jerking off.
Yeah, me too. And I'm
That's
not
very
addicted
true.
to it.
No.
Well, maybe.
Well,
Yeah.
I haven't stopped.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've
haven't
never stopped.
It's the same thing as like after a night of like heavy drinking, like I'm done drinking. I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Never again.
Never again. But then like the next week, and you're like, "Hey, you want to go to fucking Speakeasy?" Like, but
It's been 7 days.
But it's not. It can't be like that with heroin. It's definitely like that with jerking off. Though I was like, man, I jerked off 3 times today. I can't do it again. I'm a grown fucking man.
Ask yourself this. Ask yourself this.
Yeah.
Not to get too vulgar, but have you ever been like, I'm not gonna jerk off. Like, nah. Like what I'm saying is, like, if you get the inkling to release the pressure.
Yes.
Has there ever been once in your life where you're like, guess I better not?
Yeah.
Just
because
because I feel like I've done it so much. I start thinking about like, well, I jerked off twice today already.
Okay, but hold on,
I jerked off
hold on.
yesterday,
Hold
and
on.
I jerked off the day before that. I probably should slow down on the jerking. We have 3-day weekends, by the way, so it's, my whole weekend's just crank.
I'm not saying
Weird.
on your third time.
Yeah.
I'm saying at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Let's say you, in my current situation, you know, I come home, old lady ain't around.
Yeah. It's a fucking classic country song. So I pull out the Acer laptop.
But you know, you're like, you're ready to go to bed for the night. And I'm not saying this is every time, but you know, more often than not, it's like,
Well,
yep,
give it a little roll.
I gotta.
My old lady ain't around, so I gotta crank it down.
There you go.
There you go. That's for you.
And I'm not saying the old lady is just for sex, but I'm saying, you know, if the old lady's around, you're feeling good, you're gonna leave it in.
You're gonna leave it in.
You want a nut, dude.
What's worse?
It helps, Miss Lee.
What's worse than what you said of like going like, better not. It's starting it and then just stopping and going, no.
I've never done that.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Once
I did it. I ended it spitefully, like going, fuck.
I'm gonna show you. Hands off.
Like, let's go to the weirdest thing I could think of.
Dude, what I'm saying is, you get the tingle. It's the night is right. The mood is set. It's you want to sleep well.
It's Friday night. The mood is right. Gonna have some fun. Show you how it's done. TGI.
I have never started and been like, yeah, not tonight, honey,
Right.
to myself.
No, you're jerking. You stop and you go, shove it back in there. It's like, well, fuck
Now,
this.
I can't say I've ever done that.
to be honest, I have done the, you're having a little alone time, might be a little tipsy, and you start.
and it won't finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, not tonight. It rolls over on you.
Yeah, it rolls over and you're like, no. But you still kind of start like you're jabbing your dick into the butt. You're like, no, come on. Just a little, no. I'm making this happen.
It just goes
You
cold.
rape yourself, basically.
Oh my god.
Way to bring it back around.
I know, I didn't mean to, but it was just right there. It's just like it's a noodle, and it just drips out at the end. You're like, and you look at yourself like, I'm a whore. Like, you know, like why would I do that to myself?
There's few things worse than just holding a cold
Cold
wet dick. You know? Like, there's a lot of things worse than that.
Have you ever left it out? Instead of leaving it in, you're done, and you just like leave it out for a second. And then you
roll
go
over
about your other business, like you pull up another window, like, what's going on Craigslist? And your dick is just out, and then you realize, I should probably put my limp dick away because this is awkward.
It's like changing your own oil. It's like you just let it drain for a bit. No, I can't say either way if I have or haven't. Probably.
You got the old rag just right there next to you, like, I should put this up. And
I just imagine like your rag like laying in your lap with your dick just chilling on it.
No,
Like,
okay, I'm gonna like. So yeah, you're laying on your back. You got your laptop over here, and like, oh, and
Why are you reenacting it at me?
you're pointing it at Dylan.
But you have the rag on your stomach, and you let go, and you stop, and you go, oh, hey, what's going on?
Better check Craigslist real quick.
But while it's still drying, and the rag on your stomach.
Gotta go see if I can buy some dignity from somebody since I got this cum rag on my chest.
You've probably emailed someone. Oh, that's a pretty good price on that P-base. Email
Cum
someone
drying on a rack
on a rolled up piece of toilet paper on your own belly, and you know a little rolled off the side. You
and
feel
got
like,
onto my shirt.
yeah, it's like you rolled over on a penny or something. It's like, oh, that's cold. You know?
Yeah.
Have you? You ever sent an email with cum on yourself?
I've never sent an email with drying ejaculate. Never.
Really?
Never.
Really think about this, because you are the master of
jerking off.
Craigslist.
I am the master
of Craigslist.
Yeah, I am.
You are.
Nope. I mean, I have done it right after. I have to do something to pull me out of the shame spiral that you finish and you go, and the video's still playing. It didn't stop because like you don't just like go, oh, stop the video. And then
Oh, I
like,
do every time because
you-
that guilt comes
No,
right in.
that's what I'm saying. You come and then like it's still playing, and then you realize I have 3 other tabs up for different videos in case I didn't like that one, and then I have to X those out, clear my history, and be like, I gotta bring myself back to reality super quick. Craigslist.
See,
I didn't do this. I didn't do this. No one saw me do it. Can't prove anything.
You're 8 miling yourself.
Yeah.
It's like snap back to reality.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that tab, and nope,
Yep.
close that tab, and terrible. Clear the history.
I don't know if it's like bad or not, but I don't use like incognito mode, and I don't feel guilty about jerking off at all. I'm just like, yeah, here's the thing. If you ask me to use my phone, you're probably poor. Or
So see what I spanked.
Yeah,
you.
it's like chocolate eating poor motherfucker.
Yeah, you fucking milk chocolate piece
Chocolate
of
eater.
shit. And you're gonna use my Google browser and not think you're gonna see what I fucking cranked down to the night before? What, you gonna say something to me, man?
So
Like-
Dylan just got his first iPhone, right?
Right.
So I guarantee he's gonna have Chrome up, and it's gonna have that box on the right that tells you how many tabs you have up. He's gonna have like 15, and it's just gonna be porn.
I'll delete those tabs. Like I delete the tabs,
But you don't
and
delete your
stuff.
history.
How?
Do you keep your history as like a what did I jerk to a year? It's your flash
I've not
time
done
hop.
that.
Porn time hop. Hey, last year this day you jerked off to this.
Embarrassing. Because
Right.
let me tell you something. I've been through some phases.
Yeah.
In my life, I've been through many phases, and yeah, that's a phase. It needs to be put to bed.
Yeah.
Some of those phases, perhaps.
Time hop for porn. That's gotta
That
be a
would
thing.
be-
Get on that Facebook.
Dude,
We
that
already
would
know you're
be-
watching.
And no matter who you are, even if you were the most vanilla cranker of all time,
Yeah.
it's still going to be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because imagine like, hey, 10 years ago, you jacked off to Big Boob's butt.
Yeah.
Like that's what it would have been when I was a little kid,
yeah.
you know?
You jerked off to stepsister porn. Like,
Oh, wow.
You only do it because the chick is hot, and
Right.
that actress only does stepsister porn. I've done that before. Like, why can't you do something just where you just suck a dick in a bathroom or something?
There doesn't need to be dialogue.
No dialogue. I don't need to know who the fuck you are. I need to know your actress name so I could find your other videos.
Maybe you get to a point where you just need that. You need the next thing. You need your next fix.
Yeah,
you know?
you gotta, in order to get that soldier up and going, you gotta
Little-
crank it to some weird.
Speaking of little
Crank to strange.
Soldier, did you guys ever drink chocolate soldiers?
Fuck
They were
yes, I did.
Yoo-hoos. That's exactly what I thought. As soon as you said your little soldier, I
Now,
was
okay,
like,
speaking of poor and milk chocolate,
Yeah.
the poorest of milk chocolate beverages is chocolate soldier.
is it?
They're all gross.
It's chocolate water.
So is Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah.
And I see your point, and I
Yoo-hoo
agree.
is still poor, but
It's not chocolate milk.
it's middle class,
Dude,
No,
one of those little cartons of like Highland chocolate milk, you know, like the little like
the paper cartons.
yeah, like
Yeah.
school lunch cartons of
Yeah.
chocolate milk. That shit is fucking
You
delicious.
shake it up so it gets a little foamy on the top, and then and it's almost getting a little bit of that cardboard in your mouth is kind of part of the flavor.
Yeah, the little shards, the
Yeah.
little cardboard like pubes.
Did you
around
ever?
the
Did you ever
edge.
go? I went full fat kid once when a fellow fat kid showed me this trick of you open both sides and then it's just a big cup. He's like, oh, you just down that thing like it's a fucking shot.
like it's a bottle of Hennessy and you're behind the wheel. You
Yeah.
know? No, chocolate milk is fucking delicious. You know what? You get you some milk, and I'm talking some whole milk.
Yeah.
I don't need that 2%.
I'm glad we're talking about this.
Dude, you get the Hershey squirts going.
Squirts.
Dude, you put that Hershey syrup in there, mix it up. That shit is delicious. Yoo-hoo and Chocolate Soldier, it's chocolate water.
It's chocolate water.
And it's
garbage.
disgusting.
I'll say that. What else is garbage? If you make your own chocolate milk and you use powder, you are a terrible human being.
I haven't seen the powder
Powder?
since I was a child.
Because they got rid of it.
Was it the
There's
Nesquik?
Nesquik, and it had the rabbit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, this powder sucks. We should make a liquid. And they made a liquid to compete with Hershey's. It's classic Hershey's chocolate syrup. My mom made a fucking mistake one time coming home from the grocery store. I had to put that bitch in a place. She brought home the Nesquik
Put your
powder.
mom in her place.
Now, the
In the kitchen.
the Nesquik powder
she
was...
came you out. No,
It was
kidding. That's
cool.
not how it works.
It was cool because it was in like 10 and like had a little... The
Has
hole
that
in the
little
middle.
circle on
Yeah,
top.
and it pops open.
Yep.
Keeps that shit fresh.
You lose your spoon down in there every time.
But
Every time.
so I tried several ways. Like, okay, I'm not going to waste this powder. So I put the powder in first, then added the milk, then stirred. Milk, then powder, then stir. Like this, no, there's no, because you're always gonna have those little. It's like Dune at the top of your cup. Like it's gross. You're drinking mud water.
It's like an gurgling like powder puff that comes out with bubbles.
Whereas
and weird.
with chocolate syrup, you stir that shit and then you just drink it. And what you get at the end, if you didn't stir it enough, that's fine. You just have a chocolate fucking molten lava high thing, like just going right down to your gullet.
I love it. Dude, I love it.
You know, and I'm sure you guys
I'm making
have done
chocolate milk
this.
when I get home.
I'm gonna get some chocolate.
I'm sure you guys have done this, but I'm still gonna say it anyway because it's so good. When you're like, man, I gotta get some cereal. I'm gonna get some cereal. So you get like a half gallon of milk. Next time, get 2 half gallons of milk. Then when you get home, you make a glass of one of them, or you use it for cereal once. And then you just straight up put chocolate syrup in the half gallon, and you shake that bitch up, dude. And you're like, what is up? I got dope ass chocolate milk.
So on tap.
On tap, dude.
I've never thought about not putting it in the glass.
That's so
there's
genius.
none of that shit, dude. There's not.
You're not wasting.
Yeah, because like there's been times where I'm like, man, I kind of want some chocolate milk, but I don't really want to like do the thing.
Okay, that's the only thing worse
Dirtying
than
up a
not
spoon.
finishing jerking off is like, man, I could really. I've got
I'm not,
I've got
like,
milk and I've got
desperate
chocolate
for
sauce,
chocolate
but
milk.
I just can't mix.
I
just
don't
can't
want to
mix
stir. I
it.
don't feel like. Well, is there a better way?
There's got to be a better way.
And there is the way I just told you.
Totally,
so,
dude.
Because you take a little bit of the milk out of the top.
Yeah, so
I can say this. Fuck it. Be a wasteful motherfucker. Just dump a little milk out in that thing. What it cost you? $1.90, and then you just squeeze that chocolate milk in there, shake that shit up. Strawberry syrup. I don't, because chocolate milk's always been a thing from the dawn of fucking modern man.
Yeah, there was cave paintings of the chocolate milk.
Yeah.
But strawberry milk, I feel like that was something that came around in our childhood.
it's bullshit.
I love it.
Ugh.
I loved it growing up, dude.
I think strawberry milk is bullshit too.
It's so good.
Maybe I'll have to try it again.
Let's try it.
When I was growing up, I was like, what is this fucking
And they
baby
made-
dick bullshit?
They made
this
powder of that
Pepto-Bismol
too,
milk?
and it looked like
Pink
Pepto.
milk.
Pink milk.
Yeah.
Or
Just
how about
sweet?
Dude, so gross growing up. While we're on the subject of powdered milks or whatever, the Carnation instant breakfast, or
You're
like
gonna love it in an instant. Fuck
or
that
like
shit.
Ovaltine,
Ovaltine.
like that
Ovaltine
shit
is fucking disgusting.
It's not chocolate milk.
No, it is
and that
not.
instant breakfast is fucking gross.
Did your mom ever have? I think every kid in the late '80s, early '90s, their mom had the Weight Watchers chocolate shake in the fridge.
Oh my god!
Oh
dude.
yeah, the little can, like an old
Those
school
the
oil
Slim
can.
Fast ones.
That's the
Dude.
fucking worst. I remember as a kid, we didn't have, we were out of the chocolate syrup, and I wanted chocolate
Yeah.
milk so bad. And then my mom was going to the grocery store, but I couldn't wait.
Yeah.
So I grabbed one of those fucking Slim Fast Weight Watchers things, and I was like, chocolate.
Yeah.
Cracked that bitch open.
Yeah, but those were
Got
weird
it,
because
like,
when you cracked it open, it was like it wasn't a regular tab. It was one of those
Yeah.
weird like the triangle.
It was
tab
like a
things.
50s Pepsi
yeah,
can.
like
you
a
know?
like a high C. Or
Yeah, you crack it open
V8.
and know it's gonna be gross because the tab's not even right.
and then you're like, well, and so you pour it in a glass, and it just.
It sounds like
And the color kind of looks. Hey, remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the putties? It was that color.
Yeah, it was
wasn't-
brown.
Wasn't quite brown.
It was like beige.
It was grayish brown.
Yeah.
More gray than brown. And then you take a sip of it, and it is. Oh, the worst, but you power through it.
Yeah.
Because it's what you got.
I feel like it's a step above mud. You know, it's like there's mud and then there's a little bit more water in the mud, and then that's your Slim Fast chocolate milk shit.
Fucking worst.
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting. I would not drink one ever again in my life.
No.
I'll go on record. I will never drink a Slim Fast. And the other thing to me, it was like, dude, you're marketing this. You know, it's a dietary supplement, I guess, or it's a meal replacement.
Yeah.
Make it seem somewhat healthy. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, fatty, drink a big old can of chocolate milk
Hey,
for a
we
meal.
know your fat ass is not going to stop eating chocolate. Here's something that resembles chocolate.
Yeah.
Put it in your fat mouth.
But it's not going to replace a meal. Like,
No, that's-
oh, they're filling. No, they're not.
No,
they're not
they're filling for
filling.
like 2 minutes, and then you take a shit, and you're like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Dude, it's, you know what? If you're really hungry, try this next time you're really hungry. Instead of a Slim Fast, just drink 32 ounces of water really quick. And
Yeah.
you won't be, it'll be the same
Yeah.
meal
You'll
suppressor
feel
or meal
gassy, yeah.
replacement or whatever.
Fuck that shit.
Well, that was like back in the day where people were trying to make like meal replacements and trying to make like alternative chocolate and all this stuff, and it all tasted like straight up poo poo. And now I ate a fucking
Just
I ate
powder.
one of those stupid vegan chocolate chip cookies the other day. I forget what it's called, like Larry and whatever.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know what you're talking about.
it was bananas. I
Well,
ate it and I was like, why is
it's
how is
gotten
this so
better.
good?
I think it started in the 80s with the whole exercise, like, it's okay for a woman to go, like, working out wasn't just for guys anymore. And that's when, like, what was that thing called? Jazzercise. And, like, leotards. And, like, every time I just think about, what's that babe's name? She's in the 80s. She's been in a lot of shit. God damn it.
You're not thinking of Weird Science with Kelly LeBrock, are you?
No, she was a babe in that, though. True Lies. She was in True Lies. She's been in a bunch of shit.
Oh, Jamie Lee Curtis
Jamie
with
Lee
her
Curtis,
long mom ass and True Lies?
No. And
That is a
it was
long
in,
ass.
I believe it was Saturday Night Fever or something.
Oh,
and
where
she said,
she's...
yeah. Like,
I see the gif of that all the time.
When I was a kid, I saw that. I was like, that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Like
she's like
leotards.
rolling her pelvis in a very, very sexual way with just the slightest little, like she's wearing a thong backwards, basically.
Yeah, but like that was the time when it was pushing health for women, but in a way that women can really enjoy it. You're basically making money off of fat people.
Yeah.
Off of fat moms who want to lose weight. But like the Thigh Master, that shit didn't work.
Robotic exercise. Mademoiselle Fitness.
Mademoiselle's Fitness Center. That fucking thing.
That sounds like you're losing weight by
what was that thing with?
Yeah.
Right, no, I always thought there was a strip club when I
Lady
was a
of
kid.
the Night Fitness.
Oh my God.
So what was that thing? It had 2 plastic handles and then like 3 springs in the middle.
Oh,
that's okay. That's
knuckle punches. That's you punching your own fists.
No, that's you letting go of one and popping yourself in the
Yeah.
fucking head with
My
it.
mom had one of those, and what was the
Hold on.
the ab twist thing? That fucking piece of shit.
What about the wheel with the
ab
stick?
wheel. Yeah,
Dude, the human wheelbarrow,
Yeah,
basically.
The first time you ever try and use it as a kid, you and then your face just right on the floor.
But tell me you didn't like ride it around like you were a human motorcycle.
Oh yeah,
like
100%.
the wheelies in the that sequel to Wizard of Oz.
Oh
Remember that
yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Return to Oz or whatever, Land of Oz. Whatever.
Did your parents ever have like the mini trampolines?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
But never as fun as an actual trampoline. You have it, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And
I
you
can't move.
Yeah.
You don't get enough height.
Nope.
Did your dad ever?
Did your ass ever?
Did your dad ever get the weight bench growing up?
No, but my cousin.
With those shitty weights that you filled with sand?
The plastic,
what
they're
was
gold
that?
plastic.
As soon as you drop those strongman style, they're just
break.
going to bust.
Yeah,
You're going to have a bunch of
my-
sand in your house.
My stoner cousin had him in his room, and his room always smelled like, now I know weed, but back then I couldn't put the smell. It's like teenager, like, sweat from working out, weed, and probably crusty beer that he drank, Busch Lights in his room. But he had the plastics that they're 2 bulbous ends, like the plastic filled with sand shit.
The color of the weights, were they gray or were they maroon?
These were gold, almost like
Really?
C3PO gold.
That's cool.
The ones
Yeah.
we have are black.
I picture maroon or gray.
Yeah.
My dad had some gray ones. My buddy's dad had some maroon ones. But then my dad upgraded to like the actual weights.
Yeah, he had a dumbbell of those where the bar kind of curves so you can like do it. And he had the hand grip things. He had a bunch of those in his room because he was probably jerking it.
Wait, were these those classic dad ones that went up and then they made a little loop and then went down?
But here's how cool I thought he was, because he used those to hold the weights on too. When he would lift weights. So he'd put them in the end and...
Gotcha.
He was working another muscle.
He's working another muscle.
His brain.
He left it in.
You want to tell us more about that? That sounds traumatizing.
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Nope, I don't.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Thanks for listening.
Ski-daddle.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.